So hi, welcome to my channel once again. So we'll be, looking at a very building chatbot, a rack chatbot, kind of whereby even you don't have any knowledge about chatbot the likes, just hang on with me. You're going to learn how to build a chatbot which is completely free. I'm going to show you how to build it completely free, but for the response of what I want to build, I would like to use an OpenAI model. But maybe in the next version I'm going to do that, which you won't have to pay for anything, any instance. And for the n8n instance, this is my own personal instance in which I'm using. If you would like to self-host your n8n without paying the $20 monthly, you can just type it in the comment section so I can as well do that for you. So let us start from the first. So for this, my data source would be Google Drive. So I created a particular folder on Google Drive. So I want to start everything from from the beginning. So I'm going to delete this. Definitely still upload it, but the text is gotten from a icon, study text, whereby I extracted a part of the CSME text, just to train the chatbot we'll be having today on that text. Definitely I can train it on the old textbook, but that might attract some cost in the embeddings, like that. So let us add on to it straight up. So I'm going to go back to anything. The first thing I want to do is to what to have a trigger, which is the Google Google Drive, right? I want to watch out for that folder in which I told you. Now for the credentials, I've already connected mine, so you can add on to Google to find a way, to be able to connect your Google Drive API. But for the first thing you need to do, I need to show you this because um, you need to add onto Google and check for Google Drive API. Google Drive API, Google Drive API, or just type Drive API. So, okay, Google Drive APIs. So it's gonna show you. Oh, sorry. Okay, I think I just type in Drive API. Drive API. They have enabled mine, so it should show us what we need right now. So yeah, I've enabled mine. So just when you come here, you click on this, you know, Google Drive API. Then on your project, it won't be enabled. So you are going to see, okay, on your project, it won't be enabled. But mine, because I've done a couple of several things with the Drive API, so it has been enabled. So you can check yours. So let's go to n8n. So the file I want to watch out for, like I said, is n8n, you know, n8n test track. Yeah, that's the file name. So and what I want to watch, I want to monitor the file every minute with n8n to know when any file is being created, you know, to know when if what do you want to watch for. You want to watch for when a file is created, right? So now we can now go ahead to test this, right? Or let's stop. I don't know why it's testing without giving it that instruction. So we want to test. I want this to be on, so then we go to n8n. And number two, it might not see directly, but this is not yet published, but but either way, let's see. Go to, then we want to, what we want to do, we want to upload the file. So here is the file. The extract is saved in my PC, so I think this is just it here. So once this is uploaded, so we want to go back to n8n to check for the execution. I think we should wait for a while, then we should have this in the execution log. Executions, that's 10 go. let's go back to the editor. Okay, so let's trigger this from here. Let's fetch file. So I literally don't know why this is taking so long. Yeah, it's working. So I don't know why it took so long to respond. So yeah, this is the file we just uploaded, right? Okay, when you go down, you're gonna see the file name. So the next thing we want to do is we will have to download the file. This just brings the file into the system. Next, we want to download. So you still click on Google Drive, to download. This is just download the file within the workflow. So you want to download file. So now the operation file is downloaded from ID, from file ID. So what you need to do, scroll down, then you'll be able to find the ID of the file. This is the file rag_videos. So just click on this, then drop it here, so you can test. Definitely it should show on the other side. So yeah, let's wait a moment. I think what is happening right now should be maybe my network or so, but so while we wait for this, let's go to the next step. Now the next step on to this is to add what we call a vector store. I'm going to show you how to also open a free vector store. We have the likes of Pinecone, we have the likes of ChromaDB, we have the likes of Fires, but for this lecture I'll be using Qdrant. So let us go to a vector store, or let's go to Qdrant. I think that there is a node for Qdrant, vector store, right? What do we want to do? We want to add a document to vector store, right? So that is what we want to do. Now I am going to take you to Qdrant. So you can just head up to qdrant.tech. You can have a free, absolutely free instance to create. If you decide to upgrade, you can upgrade. Then another very good vector store DB is that of Pinecone. You can look at getting Pinecone, check the requirements for Pinecone, but I don't really want to waste excess time on that. Like I said, I'm promising to keep this at least a bit short, and not to waste your time on that. Just check for Pinecone then. But vector, this is the vector store I'm using. So I have some collections I've created, but for the purpose of this lecture, let's create a new collection. Let's say icon rag. I want to call it icon rag. That's the name I'm giving to it. So I want so what I want to search is documents or chat history. So it's saying we should create an ID. Let's call it ICN RG. Just give it something, give it an ID. Then the next, what do we have? We need simple embedding per document. So what you need, a cosine similarity, and I want to use OpenaAI text small embeddings for this because of the cost. So I can decide to so I can so you want to add an index to the payload. Let's just call it ICN 01. So ICN 01, then I think we can regard it to be a keyword, or let's call it a UUID, or let's just use a keyword. Is good like this. Then I think the network is, let's restart this. If we can. Don't know why my network is this buffering. No, not now. I think I have all this set up already. So let's head to Qdrant and let's try to create credentials to connect n8n to Qdrant first. The API keys. I need to, stop this. I guess we should. It's already executed by itself. So let's check. Where am I? API keys. Let's go to access tokens. I need this to come up and can just get over this. Okay. So I think I need to restart this page. Let's go to the cluster UI. So we just restart and we have let's see if it's here. Then if it's not there, then we need to create it all over again. So the first and foremost is to let's input the API key for Qdrant in. I think I have an API key already here. If I can copy it, fine. If I can't, then okay, let me create another API key. So let's use it to access the collections. Let's just give it 3 days to expire. Definitely, I'm deleting that after this video. Right. Okay, add let's make it a global access so we don't cause so many problems. Definitely deleting this after this. You should trust me on that. So let's go into n8n, then just throw that into it. Throw that into it. Then let's go to our Qdrant URL. Qdrant URL, which is a cluster URL. So this is a cluster endpoint that we need. The cluster endpoint. So you throw that into and let's test what we have. Green is always good. So now we want to choose from the list of collection and okay, I think we'll now need to go back to create the collection all over again. So okay, yeah, it's has helped us save our our last so yeah, I think we have it right now, and we can go into n8n to check for that collection again, just by ID, then switch back to by this. Let's see why we're not having this here. So let's start again. Right. Okay, yeah, there's it now. Yeah, I need a custom embedding, so the embedding size, I think it should be 1536, which is the dimension that we created. Now we need to add some very two important, so I need OpenaAI embeddings, right? So and okay, embeddings small, I think it should be able to sync that way. Then I need a document loader, right? A document loader. So I need it to load that input. So I need to specify, because I need, for you to have so here we need a document splitter. So my preference is always to use the recursive character text splitter. Then I have to split into a chunk of 1000, then a chunk overlap of 200. So I think this is okay for what we want to do. Now I can now execute the workflow. and wait for. So once this is successful, I will have to, you know, cut this video. Then I think we then have a part two where we have um, the main. So this wow, about 15 minutes long already. So I think I can just wait for this so to run. Yeah. So I think I don't know why it's loading that way. It's already loaded. Um, oh, and for OpenAI, I forgot to tell you, you will also need an account. I have connected mine, so I've connected mine to this platform. These are the embeddings you can see. So you will also have to add to OpenAI API to connect, to register and connect. So like I said, so let me just stop this here. Or but I still I feel I should complete this now. For you can you know move out of this workflow. Let's call this I can let's call it I can vector vectors vector store. Let's just make it vs. I can vs. So the next is this part of the workflow is easiest. So what we need is a chat trigger. So what we need here is a chat trigger, a chat, right? I want it to be triggered by a chat. So it's going to be triggered by a chat. So we can make chat available publicly, but right now we still want to test within the dev environment. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to make it publicly accessible and turning this into public. Now the next thing I will need is to call an AI agent node, right? Calling an AI agent node, right? I want to give it my own prompts. For you to have my prompt, right? Or define below. So that is my prompt. But for me to be able to define that prompt, I need to trigger this part of the of the solution so as to have the chat input. So let me just have this as hello. So have an input to use for the now. I think right now I can pause this. Then in the next video, in the part 2, I will continue from the prompt and also be able to connect the vector store back into this, for it to receive and connect the chat model we need. Yeah, thank you for watching this far.